from Oracle Park in San Francisco. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. The Atlanta Braves taking on the San Francisco Giants. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And today's starting pitcher, Robbie Ray. Singing he's been outstanding and should be fun to watch.
Well, when you have a guy that can limit the opponent to very little run production, you have a great chance to win a ball game when he takes the mound. He's just having an outstanding season so far. You hope he can maintain it, because if he can, he'll be in a nice conversation at the end of the year.
Okay, all set to go. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Hitting the air out to center field. Lee makes the catch for the out. Here's Brian Snitker's lineup for the Braves. This is an offense, Chris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click, and unfortunately what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. That one blasted deep to right. That's back. Up onto the arcade and gone. See you later. He made him pay for that one. He's up to 3 home runs in the series. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. Got to keep that front shoulder closed and your body square to the plate, especially when you're facing a left-hander. He did all those things until the very last moment where that hip just popped. Hands came through, nice little lag to it. Carried out nicely.
Austin Riley, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
Ball. 1 strike.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
1 out, base is empty. Breaking ball inside. It's a ball and 2 strikes. That's down and in. Good job to fight that one off. Swing and a hard hit grounder to third. Over to first. Great pick.
Matt Chapman is as good as there is at third base right now in the big leagues. Great diving catch right there. This guy is so well-rounded in every play a third baseman can make.
2 down, base is empty. And now Matt Olson up to hit. Just missed. Here's the pitch to Olson. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. 2 outs, base is empty. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is that. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And today's starter, Grant Holmes. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
Number 53, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Next offering is fouled back. To the right side, slides for the stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out. Now we take a peek at the Giants lineup. Finding themselves down a run early, they'd like to punch back here with a run of their own.
Absolutely, Boog, but I don't expect them to change their approach because of that run. They still want to put together strong at-bats. Be patient out there and get a feel for this starting pitcher.
Here's Elliot Ramos. First pitch misses.
1 ball, no strikes.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. A solo shot. It's 1-1. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself. At bat after at bat, he's that confident. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Here's the center fielder, Jung-Hoo Lee. Foul ball there.
Always fun to watch Lee go to work at the dish, Boog. He's just a pure hitter and a good athlete. Someone referred to him as a slow drip guy because the more you watch him, the more you like him.
Ground ball right side. Albies. He's out. And here is Matt Chapman. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
1-0.
Ball one there.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it'd surprise a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. On the ground, Riley zips it across.
He's out.
Third out, and that ends the frame. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even at 1 apiece. Back here at Oracle Park, second inning set to go. And now it's the Braves DH, Marcell Ozuna. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Ray, back to work. There's a strike. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Inside, almost got him.
Two.
Struck him out swinging. Gassed it right by him.
I'm not sure that was the exact location the pitcher wanted, but it worked. He got the swing and miss, and I'm sure a bit of sigh of relief after seeing that one go through the zone.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 1-0. Tied up here in the early going. Next offering is in for a strike. Joe McDonald, our umpire behind the dish.
Yeah, Boog, Joey Mack. Sometimes a little tough to figure out. We may see some hitters and pitchers asking him where a pitch was here or there, but most of the time he keeps it reasonable.
Line drive. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down. Here's Alex Verdugo. He's a guy, Chris, whose highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport. Fastball for a strike.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
Next offering misses, and the count even 1-1.
One strike.
That one missed. Swings and misses. And that's strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Gets a piece and stays alive. And that's in the dirt. Full count, 3-2.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Outside, and that is ball 4. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at-bat.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
So a man at first. Nick Allen next up for the Braves.
0-1.
Allen in his second season, 26 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2017.
Ball.
Verdugo leads off first with 2 down to the inning. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two outs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
The shortstop takes the ball. Next pitch is outside.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Got him looking. That K is his third of the game. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. Now to the bottom of the second. All tied 1-1. Back here in San Francisco, bottom of the second, Willie Adames stands in. And he pumps it a strike. Inside, and it's 1-1. And there's a foul ball. That one way inside. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Got him. And quickly one away in the second.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Dominic Smith in the box here lets that one go for a ball. One down, base is empty. Just missed.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it, so that's a good take by him.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 3. And there's the automatic. And there's ball 4.
First base.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Runner on at first with one gone. And digging in for San Francisco, Herrera Encarnacion. Over to Albies. And that's 2. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. We played 2 full, all tied 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the 3rd inning, and now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Swinging a foul straight back. Next pitch off the plate, and it's a ball and a strike.
1-1.
And there's a ball.
2-1.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Got him. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in. So you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball. But either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr.
Oh, here's a player who hits the ball a mile when he connects. In fact, Acuna is the first player in the StatCast era to hit 10 straight home runs, all traveling more than 420 feet. He's not exactly just clearing the fences out there.
Late swing fouled off. Right side, hard hit. He steps on the bag. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Now batting, catcher, Drake Baldwin.
And now here is Drake Baldwin. He's already homered here in this one. Comebacker to the mound. And he'll pull into second with two gone.
Just kind of sailed that throw and pulled it across his body towards the right field side of first base. And usually that means the fielder just didn't square up his shoulders to the target. And I think that throw had just as much to do with his footwork as anything else.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Austin Riley, a former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. In there, and it's 0-1.
No.
That one fouled off.
Come on, punch him out.
And down on strikes he goes. He picks up his fifth strikeout on the hill.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of a jam.
And we're back. Here's the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald.
First pitch just misses. That's down and in. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And that's in for a strike. Line drive. Diving, makes the grab. And wow, what a great diving catch, Singy. StatCast says that was a near perfect route, and it had to be.
That's just a big part of his game. I mean, this guy's instincts just seem to always put him in a position to make special plays. And right there, he's done it again.
Here's Andrew Kisner. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball.
2-0.
That finds the mark on the inside corner. Now one missed. Cut on and missed, struck him out. And 2 away now.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so Just makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
Now it's the Giants' leadoff hitter. Grounded out his first time up. Pitch misses there. Ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Headed towards the corner. Verdugo running hard. Tries to make the play, but it's foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Battling here as he fouls it away. This one in the air, right field. Acuna makes the catch. That is the inning. With 3 complete, we're tied at 1 apiece. Back here at Oracle Park, and here's the first baseman, Matt Olson. Close one, doesn't get the call, and that is ball 1.
You know, these Braves doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw is late, and he reaches safely. Go-ahead run on base. So here's the Braves' designated hitter, Marcell Ozuna. And that's in for a strike. 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Pretty well struck. That's back. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1. Runner on the go. Base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
First and second, 1 out. Alex Verdugo next up for the Braves. That one finds the zone. Strike 1. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
This one in the dirt, but no advance from the runners. 2 on, 1 out. On the ground to the left. Slings to second, and that's 2.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
Back here in San Francisco, at the batter now, Elliot Ramos. That one off the mark, and that's ball 1. Fouled off down the right side. Swing and a foul out of play. Got him. Outside pitch got the better of him that time. Jung-Hoo Lee, the next to hit. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Here's some fun facts about Jung-Hoo Lee. You look at the fact that he wears number 51. Not a shocker, but his favorite player growing up, Ichiro Suzuki. And that's in for a strike. One of the other aspects of Jung-Hoo Lee's bio, he was actually drafted as a shortstop, now an outfielder. But he grew up right-handed, and his dad was the one that made him switch hit. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Mentioned Lee's dad, Jung Bum Lee. He was a legend over in both the KBO and in Japan. These two are the only father-son combo to have played in the World Baseball Classic. That's kind of cool. Swung on, belted. And that should be extra bases. Around second now, going for 3. And he's got himself a triple.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Just a beautiful triple from start to finish. Got a pitch he could drive, turned on it, and hammered it out front into the gap. Right out of the box. I love how he was hustling, and I think he knew he was going for 3 as soon as it touched down.
Here's Matt Chapman.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Lee stands at third with 1 gone in the inning. Chapman gets a piece there. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. And up next for San Francisco, Willie Adames. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike. Popped up. Olsen. He's got it, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We played 4, all tied 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready now for the 5th inning. Now in for the Braves, Nick Allen. Ray back to work. And he takes a strike.
You know, these Braves need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
One strike.
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
One ball, two strikes.
The shortstop takes the ball. Down on strikes, looking for the second straight plate appearance.
Well, it's just a great job of playing catch with the catcher. Exactly where the catcher set up is where he threw that pitch, and probably fooled the umpire a little bit because there was no budge at all.
Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris II. Struck out looking at his first at bat. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth. Fought off foul. One down, base is empty.
Ball.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Ball.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
And here is Ronald Acuna Jr.
1-0.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a ball popped up. Smith settles under it. He makes the grab, and that is that. Nothing across here this half. Last half of the fifth coming up. All tied 1-1. Bottom of the inning, and digging in for San Francisco, Dominic Smith. Smith measures 6 feet even, 225 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. That one in there across the letters.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Next offering way upstairs. On the ground to third. Handles, throws to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Up next for the Giants, left fielder, Gerard.
So digging in, Herrera Encarnacion.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
There's the strike. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
on the outside corner. Got him looking.
Well, they locked him up with the cutter on the outside right there, and I got to think he was looking middle in because he just couldn't pull the trigger. And, with 2 strikes, fastball coming in, you got to be ready to swing it. That time it cut to the outside part of the plate, and he just couldn't pull the trigger.
Now it's the second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald. Slider misses outside. Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. That one the other way. And base hit.
Now batting, catcher
Andrew Kisner, the next Giant to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Harris pulls that one down, and that's the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. We're through 5, all tied 1-1. And we're back. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Drake Baldwin. Fouled off left side. And that one fouled off. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Lee makes the grab, and there's one away. Here is Austin Riley. 0 for 2 in this one. That's a little bit low.
1 ball.
All
no
tied
strike.
up, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one's in there, and the count 1-1. And a foul ball. On the ground, right side, and that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Really protecting with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
Go ahead run on base. Matt Olson up to the plate. 1 for 2. Close, but called a ball. 1-0.
1-0.
Just
No, that's the
missed.
ball.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
Man at first, 1 away. And that's in for a strike. The 2-1. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. When you can turn a ball around at 107 off the bat, it's going to make you feel really good inside. If he elevates that a little bit more, it's definitely out of here. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Bob Melvin hands the baseball over. That'll do it for Robbie Ray. And a pretty decent effort out of him. Tie ball game, new arm out of the pen when we get back. Hayden Birdsong on to pitch here.
And he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Here's Marcelo Zuna. Golden opportunity right here. Liner, and this could be trouble. 1 runs in. A second scores as well, and they lead by 2. A 2-run double.
Well, he had the opportunity to drive in some runs, and he comes through to break the tie. When you see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106.
One out, runner at second. Ozzie Albies will hit next. Swings through that one out in front that time.
No ball. 1 strike.
Man at second. And a foul ball.
One, two.
Squirts away a little bit. To third. Tag. Got him.
Well, you want to see guys aggressive out there on the base paths, but you also want to see them smart as well in making their decisions. And right there, couldn't really tell how far away that ball was. So if that's the case, you got to shut it down. It gets caught stealing there, takes himself out of scoring position.
Two outs. And that's in the dirt. Next pitch is downstairs.
Full count.
Stays alive.
He was a little out front, but did a good job keeping the hands back long enough to foul that pitch off.
Hit in the air, right field. And that is that. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this two-run double. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back here at Oracle Park, and now the right fielder, number 53.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Pierce Johnson getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. De Los Santos getting cranked up as well. And delivers outside. Right through there for a strike.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Here's a 2-1. And that skips in the dirt. Swing and a miss.
Full count.
And he hits a ground ball right side. He'll do it himself. Out. One away, bottom of the 6th.
Now
Next will be the Giants DH, Elliot Ramos. He's already homered in this game. That's outside, and it's 1-0.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot. Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
And that's a little bit high. 2-1. Lined into right. And Acuna able to make the grab. That's out number 2.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up, he'll find a hole.
So 2 down now, and here is Jung-Hoo Lee. Now this is in the air down the line. He's there. He's got it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Eric Miller.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
So now to the plate for Atlanta, Alex Verdugo. He's 0 for 1. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Down the middle for a strike. 0-2 now.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
The 0-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, that's great execution of the pitch right there, and the battery working together. Catcher does a nice job to present that to the umpire and get that called 3rd strike.
So up next, Nick Allen, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Pitch
Ball,
misses.
no.
Ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, that's fouled off. There's a swing and a miss. Action in the San Francisco bullpen. Tristan Beck getting loose out there. Rogers warming up as well. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Oh, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Harris,
Ball 1.
the next to hit, takes ball 1.
1-0.
And downstairs.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Swing and a miss. That is strike two.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Next offering is downstairs. Ronald Acuna Jr. on deck for Atlanta. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Braves are set down 1-2-3, but they still lead it 3-1. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Pierce Johnson. He last pitched 2 days ago. Now Matt Chapman at the plate.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
Right through there for a strike.
It's been tough for the offense so far, but you can't get frustrated. You got to find a way to shake it off, go up there and relax. That's the only way you're going to be able to put runs up on the board.
Check swing, called strike. That misses the zone. 1-2 the count.
Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 1 away. Big time out leading off the home 7th. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. I mean, you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And here is Willie Adames. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. And that's too high.
2-1.
The Braves up by 2 here at the bottom of the 7th. Pulls that one foul. On the ground right side. And that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in. And he'll reach second with 1 away.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. With a pitch away, that's exactly what you want to do with it. Drive it the other way. And right there, just barely able to keep it fair down the line for the double.
Now a huge at-bat in this game coming up.
1 out. Runner at second. Dominic Smith getting ready to hit. He's been a great free agent sign.
Ball 1.
In the dirt. And the runner holds. The tying run at the plate. So 2 balls and no strikes. Tying run at the plate. And that is out of play. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Baldwin gathers, throws to first, out on the drop third strike, 2 gone.
Oh, that was perfect execution of that curveball. Down and in. He gets it out of the danger zone, and you really can't do it much better than that. It's in the zone the entire way, so you have to swing as a hitter, but then it just falls off the table and almost hits you in the back foot.
So digging in, Herrera and Encarnacion. That one in the dirt and gets away. In there safely. So a wild pitch allows the runner to advance.
Well, that right there can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it because you're already in scoring position. Well, he was sure there, and now he's only 90 feet away from scoring.
That one is upstairs.
2-0 down.
Adames on third with 2 out.
That's a ball.
That pitch in for a strike. And now 3-1. Fastball for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Albies. And the inning is over. So one hit is all they get. 8th inning coming up. It's the Braves 3 and the Giants 1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Tristan Beck.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Back to the top of the order now, and here is Ronald Acuna Jr. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Beck, in his second season, 28 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2018. In there at the knees, and it's 1-1. Just missed.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's what it was. If you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
2-2 now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Outside low. And now 3-2.
Full count.
Up the middle. Sends it to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Now batting, catcher Drake Baldwin.
And here's the catcher, Drake Baldwin. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Foul ball. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Caught him looking for the K. 2 outs, base is empty. At the plate, Austin Riley, 1 for 3. First pitch, and he just misses.
Ball, no.
That catches the corner.
2 balls.
2 down,
1
nobody
strike.
on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Just missed. This one in the air, center field. Lee. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that's the 3rd out. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Angel De Los Santos.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
And digging in for San Francisco, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Second baseman, Tyler Fitzgerald.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. That's a strike across the top of the zone.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Just misses with that one. Next offering is down low.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Right side, Albies. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Kisner, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. The Braves trying to protect a 2-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And ball 1. And that one upstairs. Pitch misses there, and that's ball 3. Hit on the ground to short, Allen. Whips it across, and that quickly 2 away.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Now it's the Giants' leadoff hitter. 0 for 3 in this one. That one's in there, 0-1. That's inside. And there's a strike.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Next offering is down low. 2-2. In the air, left field. Verdugo gets under it. And the inning is over. Back here in San Francisco. New inning getting started. And the batter now, Matt Olson. to work. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Signs of movement in the Giants bullpen. Spencer Bivens appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Upstairs. And 1-1.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Inside,
2-1.
just missed. Swings through that.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Outside low. And a full count now. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy's just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
So a man aboard. Marcelo Zuna coming up to hit. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Lead runner to second. So 2 on and nobody out.
Now batting, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Fitzgerald tossed to second, over to first, safe. Here's the left fielder, Alex Verdugo.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Top of the zone for a called strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to finish off this hitter.
Struck him out looking. That was pretty nasty.
Well, he throws him with a great fastball right on the corner. It's kind of like bowling when you think the ball's going to get into the gutter and somehow it just hangs onto that edge and knocks down a pin. Well, he got the outside corner of the plate and got that called third strike.
And next for Atlanta, Nick Allen. Fastball for a strike. Late swing fouled off. The 0-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Throw to first, got him. Inning over on the strikeout.
Couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
And now the DH, Elliot Ramos. Just missed. And a strike. Base hit and a good start to the inning.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And the batter now, Jung-Hoo Lee. That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Tying run at the plate. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to third. And yes, he did. He went around. That's outside. And the count 1-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Hammered on the line, base hit. Runner holds it second, but they've got something going on here.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. Really important at bat coming up now.
Chapman at the plate now. That's ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And now 2-0.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
2-2.
Upstairs. Willie Adames in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the 9th. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Got him! And that is a big first out.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Willie Adames to the plate now at a high leverage spot. Line, and that's a base hit. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only 1 away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Now it's Dominic Smith. Swings and misses. Strike 1.
No balls, 1 strike.
And it's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Big spot. Tying and winning runs aboard with 1 down. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Feeds to second, out there. And that's a double play to end it.
Well, Boog, 4 games wasn't too long of a losing streak, but they're definitely happy to be back in the win column. Now you can turn things around, get on the right track, and probably start a winning streak from here.
And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.